Hi everyone, welcome back to Comfort and Chaos. If you're new to crochet, you're in the right place, because today I'm going to be teaching you 3 essential stitches that are the building blocks of so many crochet projects: the single crochet, the double crochet, and the half double crochet. These stitches are perfect for beginners, and by the end of this tutorial, you'll be ready to tackle all kinds of fun projects. So grab your yarn and your hook. Let's jump in. Before we dive into the stitches, we need a foundation chain to work into. Let's start with a slip knot. Wrap the yarn around your finger and pull a loop through with that tail. You're going to put your hook through that hoop and pull on the tail piece so that this yarn is nice and snug around our hook. We want it tight, but not so tight that we can't move freely. Now we'll need to create our foundation chain, and I'm going to work up 10 chains for my foundation chain. To do so, I am going to yarn over and pull through this hoop we just formed with our slip knot. I'm going to do that until I have 10 in my chain. Now I have my foundation chain of 10. I am going to go ahead and work back into the chain and do my single crochet. To do my single crochet, I'm going to take my hook and find the first stitch away from my hook. So it's going to be this one here. I'm going to insert my hook and pull the yarn through so that I have 2 hoops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through both of those to create my first single crochet. To show that again, we're going to put our hook into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through both stitches on our hook. Show you that again, nice and slow. And you can see our stitches forming into these nice little V's. Make sure you keep your yarn nice and tight so you keep your tension, and pull through both. Now as we come to the end, we're going to do our last single crochet into our last stitch here. So we'll insert our hook, pull the yarn through, it might be a little difficult depending on how tight we made our first one, so don't worry if you struggle. And then we'll go ahead and pull our yarn through, again creating our final single crochet. Now to turn our work, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And now we are going to work our double crochet into our first stitch. So to do the double crochet, we are actually going to yarn over first so that our yarn is wrapped around our hook. And now we are going to insert our hook into that first stitch. From here, we're going to yarn over again and pull through so that we have 3 hoops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through only the first 2, leaving 2 on our hook. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through the last 2. You'll see this leaves us with the same nice V stitch, but we've got a slightly taller crochet here. So we'll do that again. We will yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. And again, you can see that we've got our stitches here. It's basically 2 single crochets stacked on top of each other is what it looks like. And so we'll continue this to the end, yarning over, pulling through the first 2, and then the second 2, yarning over and inserting into the next stitch and pulling through. Now, as we come to the end, we will wrap up our double crochet here, completing our final double crochet in our last stitch before we go ahead and do a chain and turn our work. Now we'll move into the final stitch for today's tutorial, the half double crochet. For the half double crochet, we'll start it the same as we do our double crochet by yarning over and inserting our hook into the first stitch, yarning over and pulling through. This time, instead of yarning through the first 2, we are going to yarn through all 3. Yarn over, insert into the next stitch, pulling through, and then yarn through all 3. It's okay if you can't get it through all 3 the first time. You'll just do what you can. Just make sure that you don't yarn over again. You pull through the yarn through all 3 of those hoops. If your tension is nice and snug, but not too snug, you should be able to pull through all 3 without too much difficulty. And now that we have finished our stitches, we will go ahead and tie off by pulling our hook out to make our hoop very long and pulling a little bit of a tail. We want to leave it long enough so that we can weave it into our work here with a yarn needle. And then we will go ahead and pull this tail through that hoop, making our final stitch here and tying off our work so that it does not come undone. And there you have it. Those are our 3 stitches, the single crochet, double crochet, and half double crochet. Now that you've learned these 3 stitches, I recommend practicing each stitch on its own until you feel comfortable. Try making small swatches, or if you feel more bold, you can mix them together in one project for a fun texture like we have here. That's it for today's tutorial. These 3 stitches will open up a whole world of crochet possibilities for you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you can become part of our cozy crew, and make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future tutorials. I'd love to see your practice pieces, so please feel free to reach out, leave comments below for any tutorials that you think might be helpful, and thanks so much for hanging out with me. Happy crocheting!